The other thing you have to do to beat the left, you got to be willing to utilize the levers of power that are available to you. And I believe in constitutionally limited government, but there's some people that say anytime you exercise valid constitutional powers, that somehow that means you don't believe in limited government. That's not true at all. Before I took office as governor, I had my folks give me the compendium of all the constitutional, statutory, customary powers that the governor had. I wanted to know every piece of leverage that I had to be able to move things in the direction I was trying to move things. And so these are things that are there. Some of them are uncontested. Some of them I may need the legislature. Some of them I know for sure I'll get sued in the courts, but I have good ground on. And so we do that, and we use the levers that are available to us to be able to move things. So, for example, the Soros prosecutors. You started to see these people get elected, particularly on the heels of the BLM riots, and they were running to not enforce the law. They thought enforcing the law, actually I was talking to one of the students about, they said that if you think someone should go to jail for stealing $1,000 in merchandise, that you're somehow a racist. No, don't steal people's stuff, it's wrong. So when you have that mentality, you are going to get more crime, and that's what you've seen happen. And cities that used to be really, really bustling, Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, they have collapsed over the last 3 or 4 years, largely as a result, or in part as a result, of these prosecutors. And so when we started seeing that, I told my folks, I said, we cannot allow this to happen in the state of Florida. And so I said, make sure we're getting reports from law enforcement, any of these people. So we had a guy in Tampa who was funded by Soros and was basically not prosecuting certain crimes. He even said he would refuse to uphold any legislation involving right to life, even protections against late term. He said he wouldn't do. And so we looked at the record, and I said, look, I have the power to suspend these people, and I'm going to do it. So I yanked him from office. He never went forward and actually went ahead in front of our state Senate because he knew he filed all these lawsuits. Honestly, I made him rich because he went on NBC every night, MSNBC every night, and he became, oh, big bad governor, remove me from office, and that's a crowd that wants to hear that message. And so he ended up becoming kind of a cause celeb. Fast forward to 2024, he decides to run to reclaim his old seat against the state attorney that I appointed to replace him. And I'm happy to report that he was unsuccessful in that effort, and he is not back in office. So utilize the levers available to you. An energetic executive acting within the Constitution, that does not mean you don't believe in limited government. The founders put certain powers in the federal Constitution. All the state constitutions have certain powers. You should know that. You should know your leverage, and you should be willing to act to move the ball forward and to make sure that the left is not able to win the day.